Hello everyone, it's Obtuse Lolcat and welcome back to more Let's Play Dark Souls. Today I have a surprise in my pocket. It's a 6-foot-long sword! Yes, let me introduce you all to my friend the Zweihander. Now as you can see there, when I one-hand it, I can't use it effectively. If I try to swing it, it comes out something like this. Yeah, not too pretty. But in between this episode and the last one, I got my strength up to 16, so I can wield it effectively two-handed. And I figured, for you guys' viewing pleasure, I would use it two-handed to do this boss fight. Well, at least to start it off. So, without further ado, let's go into the arena for the Taurus Demon, our first real boss in the game. Now, when you enter here, you're going to want to climb up this ladder and take out these crossbow guys up here, because the boss fight doesn't start right away. And if you don't take out these guys right now, you're going to be a nuisance during the actual boss fight. If I can do it without dying. And we're back. That was extremely embarrassing. But yeah, I went ahead and got myself back here, recovered, and got back to where I was, killed those guys. So, for this boss fight, you're going to get about halfway across the bridge, then our friend the Taurus Demon, which the Undead Merchant Male kind of warned us about, is going to jump down and chase us over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb up that tower and do a nice jump attack on him with our two-handed 6-foot-long sword. So let's see. Yep, there he is. I love the music for this boss fight, by the way. I love all the music in this game. They rarely use it. In fact, they pretty much only use it at Firelink Shrine and during boss fights, but when they do use it, it's amazing. Just listen to this. Oh yeah, right in the brain. Now I'm gonna try to finish him off with some soul arrows. As you can see, the heavy soul arrows help quite a bit. Not that I would have difficulty with this if I didn't have them or anything, but yeah. Dual-handed Zweihander with gold vine resin, power attack, and 3 heavy soul arrows, and we're done. So yeah, there's your first boss fight of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the Uchi Katana because the Zweihander is not a very practical weapon. Especially for a sorcerer, I just did it for some fun right there. Although, it did lead to me dying once. But you know, that's fun for you guys to watch, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. And what we want to do here, oh, actually is not run out yet. There's... Okay, I activated the dragon. Awesome. Yeah, there's a dragon. Remember him from earlier? He breathes fire at you. But actually, before you go out there, you're going to want to come over here, talk to this guy. This is one of the most iconic characters in the game. This is Knight Brolaire of Astora.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son.
He seeks his own son?
Strange?
That's
well, you should.
A bit impractical.
No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
This look? My blank expression? Okay.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition.
I fear nothing.
If you have a moment.
Yeah, sure.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say?
I don't know.
Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Help one another? Sure.
This
I like
pleases
helping
me
people.
greatly. Well then, take this.
White
We are
side
amidst
soapstone.
strange
Cool.
beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out.
That's
The very
kinda neat.
fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact.
Okay.
But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation.
Jolly
Of course, we are not the
cooperation.
only ones engaged in this. but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Alright, and in case you couldn't get that from what he was saying, basically the way this works is you have this white sign soapstone, right? And if you put that down in an area where you haven't killed... Or no, if you just put that down in an area, people in other worlds, like real people, other players, can see it and summon you to help them get through the world or just help with a boss fight or whatever. So that's a multiplayer function, so I won't really be using it in this LP probably. But here, this dragon's in our way. But let's just go ahead and rush at him. I mean, my shield's got good fire resistance. Mayhaps he's not even mad. Okay, wow. He's not even gonna try breathing fire at me. But yeah, what you want to do is you want to go about halfway across that bridge up there and come down these stairs. And then come over here. Come down here. And do not fall off this platform. Because you kicked this ladder right here. You can climb down it. Press B when you're on a ladder to slide down, by the way. And we're right back here at this bonfire. So that's a nice, handy little shortcut. And while we're here, I figure I might as well level up my intelligence. Basically, for a very long time from here on out, I'm only going to be upgrading my intelligence and occasionally my attunement. Yeah, I'm going to keep keeping 8-vit, which is like... It's dangerous, I know, but I'm prepared. I've done this before. I'm not going to upgrade my vit. Not one bit. And here, we have something interesting. If you're a first-time player, this will help you out a lot. For me, I could take it or leave it, but I figure I might as well show it. So, I bought that short bow earlier for a reason. If I get it equipped here with some standard arrows, I can shoot the dragon's tail. And, he'll lunge forward when you do that, and he'll do a little attack on the bridge. But if you wait for him to go, reset back up there, you can shoot his tail again. And eventually, once you deal enough damage to it, it will fall off. And when it falls off, you get a pretty good weapon. It's called the Drake Sword. It has very high base damage for this point in the game. So, if you have the 16 strength required to wield it with one hand, and you're new, you should probably use it. It can get you through a lot of the game. I'm probably not going to use it that much. I'll probably opt for a upgraded Uchi rather than the Drake Sword. I'll use it for a little bit, just to kind of get you guys acquainted with the moveset. But I'm not going to be using it extensively at all. So, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this, and I will be back when I get the Drake Sword. There we go, Drake Sword. Very nice. And let's go check out the stats. See, the Uchi Katana unupgraded does 90 damage. The Drake Sword does 200. But if you look at it, on the left side under Param bonus, it's got nothing. Whereas the Uchi Katana has a B next to the dexterity symbol. That's called stat scaling. The B for the Uchi Katana means that it scales B with dex. The scaling can be a number anywhere from E all the way up to S. Well, okay, it goes from E to A, and then from A to S. S is the highest. And basically that means that the higher that stat is, the more points of damage that weapon will get from that stat. And as you can see, the Drake Sword doesn't scale with anything. So it's going to do 200 damage, 200 base damage. See that R weapon 1, 200. No matter what your stats are. But the Uchi Katana, see R weapon 1 is actually 104. That's because I get plus 14 points of adjustment from that B stat scaling with my level 14 dexterity. So, eventually, if I upgrade this a couple times, it will become more useful than the Drake Sword. Not necessarily higher base damage quite yet, that'll take a bit, but it will be faster, and I like the Uchi's moveset better. But for now, I am going to use the Drake Sword, just for a little bit. So, if we continue on here, backstab. There is another way to go about doing this, but first I'm going to show you the quote-unquote legitimate way. Alright, fine. This right here is the power attack with the Drake Sword. If you hold it two-handed and you do the right trigger attack, it does that. Every dragon weapon, there are several dragon weapons in this game. And every dragon weapon, well, not everyone actually, but a lot of them have power attacks that are activated by either doing the right trigger two-handed, one-handed, or both. But when you do that, it uses up some of the weapon's durability. See, down in the, on the right side there, sorry, just checking. On the right side there it says durability 330 out of 360. That's because I used the power attack. I reduced the durability by 30. So you sacrifice a little bit of your durability to put out a little extra damage. So it's good in certain situations. There are some that are pretty common in player versus player. But for the most part you want to save it because, well, use it too much, you'll break your weapon. Now up here is the Undead Parish, the next area that we're going to. But before I do that, I'll show you how to get through that gate here in a minute. But first I want to go up this tower and try to kill the enemy that's up here. No promises. Since I have 8-bit, I might die right away. But I'm going to at least give it a try or two. Yep, this is another Black Knight. This is a different one this time. This is the Great Sword Black Knight. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to parry fish him. Or not parry fish, backstab fish. Ow! Ow! Get up, you fool! Okay, okay. We're good. We're good. Just flask. That almost hurt a lot. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. I'm gonna give it another try. Actually, what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna show you guys the other way to get to where I just was, which involves opening up that gate that we saw earlier that was closed. So if you come right here, avoid the fire, and then run into this wall, eventually, I guess something about me touching this wall so much makes the dragon angry. So he jumps out, and when he does that, unless you're some kind of badass and you can actually kill him, if you can, that's cool. I don't really want to take him on right now. You can run right past him. Get to this bonfire over here. If you rest at this bonfire, it makes the dragon fly away. And now we can pull this lever to open up this gate over here. Back to where I just was, shortly before I died. See, there's our friend over there. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and give that Black Knight Greatsword guy another chance. Or another try. Give me another chance. And backstabbed. Pick up that recovery. Oh, come on, sir. That's unpleasant. Alright, take 3. Backstab. Open up the fight. Get my retrieval. Ow. Good trick for this is, ow. Sometimes if you go across that little gap in the ground there, he has trouble getting across it, but... Alright, you know what? Oh, that is unfortunate, my friend. Let's see if I can capitalize on that. Oh god! Come on, come on. Yes! Alright. There we go. Victory! That was a clutch riposte right there. Alright. So, with that, I think I'm going to end this episode. Next episode, we will go on to the Undead Parish. This has been Obtuse Lolcat. Thanks for watching.